Marquise Cut Diamonds are quickly becoming the go-to engagement ring trend, held by oval diamonds for a long time.
Yep.
And there's some similarities, but there are some big differences. So we're going to tell you 3 things you need to know before purchasing a Marquise diamond.
My name is Corinne Smith. I'm a graduate gemologist here.
And I'm Elizabeth Smith, her sister. Our family has been in the jewelry business for almost 45 years now, and we've seen all different sorts of trends. And that's why Marquise diamonds are really fun to talk about. Like I said, we've been seeing a lot of oval over the last couple of years, similar elongated stone. Marquise were really popular in the 90s. I think Victoria Beckham kind of made it famous with her engagement ring.
Yeah.
And then just as trends do, kind of went out of style. But like everything from the 90s is back again. We're seeing Marquise diamonds become popular again. So what's the first thing we need to look out for when buying a Marquise?
Length to width ratio matters. It's something you hear me talk about a lot with any elongated stone, especially because these elongated stones are becoming more popular. Right?
And I think one of the reasons they're becoming so popular is they elongate the finger. They can look really pretty on the right hand, but it is important to try them on.
A lot of times with the emeralds cut or the radiant cut, we are looking for a 1.5 to 1.6 ratio. That's going to be about the biggest ratio for that stone. With Marquise, you're going to look for a 1.8 to 2.2 ratio.
Okay.
So definitely longer than
So almost
cut.
It's twice as long as it is wide.
So you'll get that ratio by dividing the length by the width in millimeters if you want to do that on your own.
And symmetry is really important when purchasing an elongated diamond, which brings us to our number 2 point.
Yes, equally curved wings with well-defined points are going to make an attractive silhouette for the Marquise Cut diamond. You don't want it too bulgy because it will start to look rounded and it will look like an oval cut diamond with points.
Okay.
And you don't want it too thin because it will look too narrow and thus sacrificing the cut of the stone.
It's hard when you get into fancy cuts. We're talking about any diamond cut outside of a round brilliant cut,
Right.
because you cannot grade it as excellent. So it's a little bit more up to the opinion of the cutter and of the purchaser, right?
Yes, you definitely want a trusted eye on the stone. You can see it online and think it looks great, but in person it can look totally different.
And that's why we don't put all of our inventory live on our website. It's kind of just a sampling of what we can do. So if you do want to book an appointment with us, you can give us a call, send us an email. We are located in Scottsdale, Arizona, and also Aspen, Colorado, and we will curate the diamond selection just for you.
Part of number 2 is those well-defined points that the stone comes to. You want them to be points. You don't want them to be rounded.
Okay.
That will be weird, but that does make the points very delicate and vulnerable. So we recommend putting a V-prong on that setting. And also a halo is a great option to set a Marquise in.
Marquise are definitely the most at risk to chipping.
Yes.
Diamonds are really hard. It is hard to chip a diamond, but if you have a little, a very delicate point like that, it is possible. I think you also have to be really careful when you're thinking about a Marquise with the band you have on it. You need a little bit more of a substantial band. Think of those points, even just tucking your hand into your jeans pockets, it can get caught. And if you have a really thin gold band, you're going to compromise the band. It could bend. You could pop out any little pave diamonds. So it's something to think about.
The third point is beware of bow tie. So bow tie is going to be when there's 2 gray or black triangles across the width of the center of that diamond. This can happen when light doesn't come in and leave the stone correctly.
Okay. But bow ties are really in any Marquise and an oval, correct?
They're probably going to be in most Marquise. You just don't want it to be distracting.
Okay. So again, it's kind of about important to see the stone in person and get your own eye on it. Decide if you notice it or not, right?
Yeah, because if the cut isn't great, the pavilion's cut too deep or too shallow, then you're going to get that bow tie.
Marquise diamonds are a super unique cut, so keep these 3 things in mind when shopping and make sure to see it in person. Let us know in the comments below if you think you're going to be buying a Marquise engagement ring, how you like it. Yeah, and if you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments. Also, reach out to us here at Oliver Smith Jeweler. You can also head to our Instagram at Oliver Smith Jeweler. We post videos all the time about different diamond cuts, recommendations, really trying to educate you as a shopper.